so excited because this looks so much better than last time.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe I'll have to do less editing this time because last time I was like, let me cover the black background up, but not this time, guys. We're getting more professional.
Better. There's a lot of lights in here.
For sure.
It hurts my head a little bit, but beauty is pain. It's kind of hot. Beauty is pain. It is hot. Beauty is pain. Okay.
So true. I've been listening to a lot of Nicki Minaj today. Yeah, I went to the gym and I was just like, kind of had like a morning that really pissed me off. So I had to let out some anger and I was just listening to Nicki Minaj all morning and like I feel immediately better.
What songs?
Roman's Revenge, Stupid Bleep, what else? Va Va Voom.
Right.
That's a big one for me.
You love that one.
I do. I
know you do.
What else was I listening to? Swalla. Drank.
Swalla la la?
Swalla la la.
Okay. I was like,
Drank.
what?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's that Katy Perry song that, swish, swish,
Swish,
bish.
swish, bish. Another one in the basket.
That was a cultural reset.
And you know what? I do like that song.
And
so sorry.
Who's the little kid who does the dance?
Oh my God, Backpack Boy?
Yes, the Backpack Kid. Backpack Boy. The Backpack Kid was in that.
The Backpack Kid.
They had a bunch of celebrities in that. That music video was crazy.
I've seen the behind the scenes of that before, where it was like, what's her name? Christine, the one that says Mary Chrysler. She was like, yeah, they asked me to be in the music video, and then I showed up, and they made me do a bunch of like demeaning things because they just wanted a fat woman in the video. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, Katy Perry's actually going into space with Gail.
Bye.
Someone was like, tell Gail that she's not being forced to go.
Gail, like the celebrity Gail?
Oprah's best friend.
Oh my God.
Because she keeps being Oprah's like, I'm so scared to go. I'm literally so scared. And like, girl, you don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to get on the spaceship and
you
go
could
space.
not pay. Actually, you know what? I would take money to go into space, but it would be a lot.
If I had young children.
Does she?
No, I wouldn't. Katy Perry does.
Oh, you're right.
No, I would not go into space. Especially because aren't there like astronauts stuck in space right now?
So why it just seems like every time we record this podcast, we have to talk about space or aliens or something of that nature.
It's just what's going on in the world.
This is what I find crazy is that like the government chooses to spend all this money on like going into space and like, you know, going to the moon and building these like rovers or whatever. But like, homelessness is still a humongous problem.
Somehow we always come back to politics.
I know. Sorry, guys. I just think it's crazy that that's what we like give our resources to.
Do you think that the moon landing was real?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do I?
Because Jeffree Star says it isn't, and I don't agree with him. Yeah, what do you think, bro?
I don't know. And that's one of those things where I feel like it doesn't affect me.
No, right.
So I don't really care.
Is it really that deep? No.
I mean, it could be if you really think about it, but who cares?
But who cares? Who cares?
I don't, personally.
Yeah, I don't personally care
That's
either.
like, I don't like to think about aliens because it scares me.
No, me either.
I don't like to think about ghosts because it scares me.
Oh my God, I am the worst with ghosts.
Your mom loves.
But she's good. She loves
paranormal
ghosts.
activity.
She's always like someone speaking to me. She used to, guys, real talk
Wait,
here.
is she like a medium?
No, definitely not. But low-key, sometimes I feel like I could be a medium. Not in like I definitely can't talk to dead
Are you guys
people,
hearing this?
But
that's what a medium is.
No, I'm saying I can't. I just like last night, I was like laying in my bed. Every single night when I fall asleep, I'm like, somebody's watching me. I'm like, don't know who it is. We're making our producer laugh right now.
I feel like that 24/7.
Yeah. I always feel like
no, it's actually like
me.
bad.
I know. And you know what? That's the other thing where it's like, I do have irrational fears, but at the end of the day, like a lot of my fears are just that ghosts are going to come and haunt me. Because my mom and my brother used to watch ghost stories on cable television every night. And I would be in my room with my earplugs in because I didn't want to listen to them because they scared me so badly.
Katie wears earplugs every single night.
And I've influenced people to do that. Zinc wears earplugs every night now because of me.
I don't know. I was like, why are you wearing earplugs? Like, there's not even noise happening. I don't know.
No, and you know what? You're right. But at this point, I don't know how to explain this. Like, not wearing earplugs makes me feel so unsafe.
Your body got used to it.
It did.
It's an addiction.
But I'm telling you, guys, can I just be so, like, transparent with you right now?
You guys.
I love at night before I go to sleep putting in my earplugs and reading my book for like 20 minutes. And all you can hear is just the sound of your breath. It's just like so... They really are just in their own little world a lot of the time. And I know my mother is. Shout out to her. Love her.
It's just Beth's world and we're all living in it.
That is so true.
Okay? And if you guys knew Beth, you would know.
And you should know her. And you know what? She always tells me that she's like, send me your podcast. Like, I need to listen to it. And then I'll send it to her. And 2 weeks later, she'll go, send me your podcast. And I'm like, girl, it's been sent. Like,
she texted me. She told me that she was listening to it. And she said,
when?
Like a few days ago. And she said, I'm still listening to my 70s music. I don't know SZA. And she spelled it like SCISSA.
That's She's really so funny. I will say I've seen SZA live twice, and I feel like whenever my parents ask me, they're like, oh, how was the concert? How was the show? Or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I saw SZA. And they go, Scissor?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. No.
When you like say it fast, like SZA.
SZA.
It sounds like you're just saying like it with like.
Yeah.
An accent.
Any accent.
SZA. But
I wasn't. That's her real name.
No, SZA.
Solana.
Imani.
My favorite part of SZA, actually not my favorite part, but one of the best parts of SZA songs is at the end when she's talking to her mom or her grandma, and they're like, and that's what I think about Control.
Best
album ever.
I'm sorry, like we talk about SZA so much, but just like that there's no skipping.
No skips.
My favorite album of all time, it has to be.
I totally agree because I am, like, there are not many albums that I can sit through.
I know.
And actually, it's so funny that you mentioned that because I saw a TikTok yesterday and it was a girl saying, guys, please comment no skip albums. And I commented Control.
Oh. Okay. So,
background.
Just an announcement. We are going to Austin, Texas.
Woo! I have been on a mechanical bull before, so I feel ready for this.
We're not going on a vacation, really. It is...
Who said that?
Education.
Education
It is
first.
for an education. We're going for a club.
I've never been to Texas before.
I have, but not a nice part.
Oh, that's fair.
So I'm very excited. Austin is a nice
Oh my
area.
gosh, yeah. I was talking to More. She was like, you're going to love Austin. I said, thank you.
Maybe we should move there after college.
My roommate is from Texas, and a lot of his friends go to UT, and so he loves Austin.
Well, the flight is only 2 hours.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know why
that's
I thought it was going to be longer.
We're really not that far. We're only 8 hours away from Dallas, so I mean...
I don't know why. It just, like, Texas, like, seems so far away.
Well, it is.
Maybe it's because I feel like we're still in Illinois. Northeast
Illinois.
Yeah,
we're not, though.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
We're not.
Speaking of Northeast Illinois,
we're going
spring
home.
break's coming up.
We're going home,
Woo!
you guys.
It's so funny to me because people will ask me like, "Oh, what are your spring break plans?" And I'm like, I'm going back home to Chicago." And they go, They go, "Oh." And I'm like, "What do you mean? That's like the best." I mean, would I want to go on a vacation? Sure. But I love going home. Like, I am looking forward to this.
No, but like, genuinely, who has money to go to Cabo in college?
Bro,
I don't understand. So many people go to Miami, Cabo.
Welcome to Miami.
And I'm like, what do you...
No, and I don't know that either because I was talking to one of my friends the other day and I asked her where she was going and she said Florida. And then it was like, I looked around and all these people were like, I'm going to Florida too. And I was like, whoa.
Girl, Florida's overrated. Florida is the most overrated state in America.
Really?
I stand by that.
Really?
Yes. Everyone goes to Florida on vacation.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why people think that's special.
It's not interesting at all. Go to the East Coast. Go to California.
Go to Cali.
Go anywhere but Florida.
Yeah, see, I grew up going to Florida and I didn't really like it.
Oh.
Just because I hated sand and
old people.
No, I loved old people. Don't ever say that about me.
You say it about me.
Ever say that about me.
So, yeah, we're going spring break. St. Paddys Day. Okay.
We're going to be on the train with, like, everyone we know from high school, just, like, looking the other way.
Don't say that. We are both Irish.
Yes, and you know what? I have a horrible announcement to share. It's not that bad. My Claddagh ring that my mom got me, literally, I woke up the other day, and it was sliced in half. And I don't know how, and I've had it for a year. It's completely broken. So I don't know what that means.
Maybe it means you're gonna find love.
And I think maybe you're right. It means the true love is on its way.
I need to get a Claddagh. I've had one before, but so I only wear gold.
They do make them in gold.
I know. I need to get a gold one.
Yeah,
but like,
no. I texted my mom and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm really upset about this and whatever." And then we started talking about being German, because I'm also German, and my dear friend Stella got me a vinyl, and it's called Beer Drinking German Music. So I'm excited to listen to that. But anyway, I was talking to my mom about being German, and she said, "Girl, don't forget, you're also Irish too." And I said, "Girl, I know. That's why I love Paul Mescal. Like, I'll never forget that I'm Irish."
Never forget your heritage.
No, seriously.
Okay? I remember growing up, my
Darby
mom,
Hogan.
I am like 90% Irish, pretty much.
That's crazy.
My mom is a little bit, my dad's 100%, so... But growing up, like, for some reason, my mom every St. Patrick's Day made, like, a traditional Irish meal, like for real, like every St. Patrick's Day, and I never ate any of it. I don't like that food, but she continued to make it. She's not grateful of her heritage. I love potatoes. Potatoes are my favorite food in the world.
They're so versatile.
I love potatoes. Like, I crave potatoes every day in one form or another.
Right. And it changes.
I love potatoes. Anyway, we're going to go see the river get dyed.
I'm really excited.
I am so excited.
And it's crazy to me that I've spent like 20 St. Patrick's Day seasons in Chicago, or I guess 19. Yeah, I've never seen the river green before.
I feel like St. Patrick's Day is just such like that's like a holiday where you just like go drinking. So like as kids, like what were we gonna do?
and set leprechaun traps.
Well, that's what we did as kids. Like we stayed home and like did the leprechaun. And I remember a girl in our class was like, "I caught the leprechaun," and we have it on video.
You're fibbing.
And I was like, "You're lying."
Wait, can you tell me who said that? Oh my god.
And I was always mad because you know how like some of my friends' parents would like mess up their house to make it look like the leprechaun came and like leave trees and stuff.
Disarray.
My mother never did that. And I was so mad. I was like, the leprechaun didn't come to my house. What did I do?
The leprechaun didn't wreak havoc
I'm on the naughty list. Like,
see, I think that's so funny because my brother used to say that, but with the Easter bunny. He was like, I saw the Easter bunny. He was handing out.
Boy, there's bunnies everywhere all the time.
No, literally. And we were like, wait, what does he look like? And he was like, he's just a normal rabbit. He's just a normal little rabbit. And he's got.
Wait, like, your older brother?
No, Pat. Oh. Like, what?
Okay.
But my grandma totally fed into. She made me believe in Santa until I was a little too old.
Well, Santa's real. The leprechaun is real.
You're right.
The Easter bunny's real.
You're right. Sorry, forgot.
Put that out there, please.
And so is the Tooth Fairy.
Yes.
I will say one thing that my mom always did right was like holidays and like stuff like that, because I remember we had a little Tooth Fairy pillow, and it was literally like every time you lost a tooth, you put it on the pillow. And like she would always write in the like little cursive, like super coiled writing, and it was like, from the Tooth Fairy. But then people started getting greedy. When we were in like 4th grade, there would be kids that would get like $50 for a tooth.
I remember that. No, because actually my friends would get like presents.
And like cake or something.
And I was like $2.
Yeah, no, my mom would literally be giving me $3. Like,
and that's, you know what? I stand by the fact that when I have a child, I'm going to like have them get like 2 presents from Santa and then be like, the rest of the presents are for me. Because then they go to school and tell all the kids, Santa gave me all this stuff, and the children whose parents don't have a lot of money, they're like, Santa didn't come to my house. Like, can you imagine like thinking I've really been naughty because Santa didn't?
I don't even want to think about that. That's like parents who cancel Christmas.
So Like Ruby Franke?
Like Ruby Franke.
Wait. Our next topic is
that leads us in there.
Ruby Franke.
Ruby Franke. And you know what's funny is we actually talked about her on probably like our second episode ever.
Yes, we did.
So like about a year ago, we were talking about Ruby Franke.
When she like actually first like got arrested or whatever, right?
Well, she got arrested in like the summer of 2023, but I think when she was going to court, it was around a year ago.
So a documentary came out on Hulu.
Yes. 3-part documentary.
Called Devil in the Family?
I think so.
I think it's called Devil in the Family, the Ruby Franke story.
Let me see.
I think,
okay.
Possibly. So why is Kevin on it? Kevin should be in jail.
No, Kevin still loves her.
That was, dude.
The fall of Ruby Franke.
He kept,
I think he was not. Okay, all I have to say is, it's actually not all I have to say, but I think that shooting a documentary not even 2 years after the abuse got found out is like so odd to me, because I do get it, but it just feels like the time has not passed yet to like heal from this and understand. And I also think that like Sherry is like the oldest daughter. Like she's one of the only people from that family who's had like the whole burden of like everything that ever happened to her. But I think she's the only one out of them that's like very mature and like healed and ready to talk. I don't think Kevin or Chad were really there.
The whole time, she did not call them mom and dad. She called them by their first names.
Ruby and Kevin.
And she made it very clear that she did not believe all of the religious brainwashing that Jody and Ruby were telling them. And I do think she's the only one that like fully understands like that was an insane situation. That was so not okay. That was abuse. That should never happen to anyone. And I think Chad and Kevin are still like, they still kind of,
they try to justify it maybe?
Yeah. I think that they're just still very much they still believe the very religious aspect of it. Like,
imagine how hard it would be to walk away from that.
I know, that's why. And I like fully can't understand how people get like brainwashed by it, but that's just like, it's like,
I thought one of the parts of the documentary that was really interesting was like the exposition of it, where they were showing like the first YouTube video she ever made, and it was like, well, Ruby started, making the YouTube videos because she was a mom and she wanted to show like, the Mormon church and like show her little Mormon family. And that's so interesting to me that she put herself on the internet to like share her religion and like share her very like virtuous religious family. Like I thought that was really interesting.
They just kept talking about, all of them were saying like, we had a great childhood. Like we had a very normal family. Like they just kept saying she was a great mom. It was fine. And then things started to take a turn. And that's where, I don't know, I feel like just the Mormon church had like so much to do with it. And I also feel like the documentary did not go into enough detail. No,
but it's also like, I think there's definitely boundaries they just didn't want to cross.
Probably.
Or couldn't,
But I do think that they should have,
I think it could have been a longer series.
I think that they should have put it out in maybe like 5 years.
Yeah. No, to your point. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Once the case is over and
and all half the kids are still minors, which kind of feels, that's the other thing. You can always make the case from something like this that it's not right to make something like this, because at the end of the day, like somebody's profiting off of it at the victim's expense.
Right.
Do you remember when the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, or I guess docuseries came out?
One?
Yeah, and people were like, Jeffrey Dahmer's so hot, and it was like, oh my gosh, and the brothers.
Oh, the Menendez brothers?
Yeah, I think this is kind of like the internet really makes these sorts of things problematic at times, because it's like, bro, we should not be romanticizing a serial killer or somebody who was abused.
And like people dressing up like them for Halloween is so insane.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot of Jeffrey Dahmers for Halloween, which Kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. That's like so not okay.
But I'm just really sensitive.
So has she been sentenced?
Yeah, I think so. I literally saw, actually, let me look it up.
For any of you Real Housewives fans, Karen Huger was sentenced to 2 years in jail.
Wait, why? What'd she do?
Driving while under the influence.
Dang.
Like 6 counts or something.
Ooh, that's not good.
They are saying that she's probably going to get 9 months for good behavior. And Jen Shaw getting out got pushed up too. October 2026.
This says she was sentenced to 4 1 to 15-year terms.
So what is
I don't know. I mean, many years. I think she's going to be in prison for many, many years.
Well, yes, but
I think the other thing that people like maybe people don't know about is the fact that Jody's business and like all the other people who were affected by that. Because I saw a video from like her niece talking about all the problematic stuff that she had her thinking, and I mean, this probably is not the only case where things went very south. So
okay, the neighbors were so weird.
I know, but I'm telling you, I think that's just how people from Utah are.
No, it is. It's just, and remember the therapist said like they call it Happy Valley or whatever, and he was like, how do I say this? And he was like, he said like I don't remember what he said, but he said something like
he said like it's fake or something.
Yeah, like they like they're in their own little bubble.
Oh, they like their bubble,
and they like to stay in their bubble.
Totally. I mean,
you could tell from how they were speaking.
Seriously, the whole, portrayal of it was just like suburban heaven and the mountains are in the background and we're all Mormon. Imagine living there if you weren't Mormon. That would be so hard. Yeah.
You don't. Actually, my cousin moved there and she's not Mormon. But I just felt like, why are the neighbors being interviewed? It's not helpful at all.
See,
they barely said anything.
They had like 4 different sets of neighbors, which I didn't think was like, they didn't need that many, but I liked the one couple where they were like Sherry's teachers. And then
like she texted them.
Yes. Yeah. And I liked one of the couples, but I can't remember which one it was. But there was one where the lady was like, Ruby never had ladies over for brunch. And it was like,
that's what I'm saying.
Is that like a normal thing? That
what?
Maybe in some towns it is, like not where we're from, but.
Well, she was just saying like, she's like, yeah, there were red flags. She never invited anyone over for lunch.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
like,
ladies' day. For ladies' day. I'm like, is that a red flag?
Okay.
Well, I'd be down if that was the case.
I just felt like it was a good documentary. I think it was well executed. I think it could have been a lot better if it were done correctly and maybe in a few years.
Yeah, I think things like that do sort of get better with time. But who knows?
Well.
But I will say I watched it in one sitting.
Oh, I did too.
Okay, good.
It was only like 3 episodes, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 hours long. Yeah. Maybe 3.5. No shame though.
I have time.
No shame in my game.
Well wishes to the Franke children.
For sure. Those poor kids.
So on a
lighter note,
the Oscars were 2 nights ago?
Yeah, I think so.
We don't really care about the Oscars, let's be honest. No one ever really watches the movies that are nominated.
I think I watched one of them, and I think it was a complete unknown.
But we do care about the outfits.
Amen.
And maybe sometimes the scandalous things that happen.
Scandy.
Why the freak did Chris Ross punch Chris Ross in the bean? Okay, those are what we like.
Yeah.
To pay attention to.
For sure.
And TikTok gives me that. TikTok.
See, I haven't really had it on TikTok.
The outfits, and I'm like, thank you. So we do have some of our
comments,
favorites, and we have some commentary on the outfits.
I'm just brushing up right now.
We'll put pictures in so you can tell what we're... Editor, do that.
Okay.
Editor. So Katie has a list. Do your list.
Yeah, I will. Okay. I think we should just share our favorite, like, overall. Do you have a favorite overall?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to be controversial, but my favorite overall was Monica Barbaro's dress from, also known as, she played Joan Baez in A Complete Unknown. Look up Oscar.
Oh, yes. She was one of my favorites, too.
I love, like, the silky bottom with, like, the bejeweled top.
I felt like a lot of them were, like, giving the same thing.
Yeah.
So, my favorite is Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh, my God, yeah. She was up there for me.
That
I love the
dress
like the
is
buckle.
Gorgeous, and it looks so good on her, and the back is gorgeous. The front is gorgeous. And I feel like sometimes I'm like, you need a necklace. You need bigger earrings. Like what? But it just looks so good on her with just that.
Yeah, and you know what? I didn't see her look until like kind of after my list was developed, but I really liked that. And she looks so good in white and like silver.
God. No, it just looks perfect. Like this, and
I like the bow too.
The other Ariana Grande's, I feel like those were all giving kind of the same like
elegant
fairy princess pink.
Okay, my other favorite is definitely very different from Fairy Princess Pink, but I don't know if this is going to be unpopular, I loved Halle Berry's dress. The metallic, it was a bunch of like mirrors things, sort of.
Oh, I did not like that.
Oh my God. I loved it.
I
thought it looked so good on her.
There was also a few dresses that were weird metallic, and I could not tell what the fabric is, or if it was like hard.
Right.
Or if it was like fabric, and it freaked me out. I didn't like it.
No, I loved it. I think she looks so good in that.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But
it's also kind of like the dichotomy of, I'm probably not even using that word correctly, but the like thing where it's like, oh, well, a skinny person can like wear whatever they want and look good and get away with it. So maybe Halle Berry just got away with it because she's conventionally attractive, but who knows?
That could be very much true.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like a lot of these people like their outfits are okay, but I'm like face card is not. Face card will never decline. Like that's how good your face card is. Like
that's good. I thought you were gonna say some are good, but some of the face cards.
No, I'm saying it makes the outfit.
The face card not getting declined. Okay, fair.
I really did like Timothée Chalamet's outfit. I
don't like the pants. They look like rubbery. They look like they go.
Yeah, I liked it. We were talking about this earlier, but I hate when men just wear a black suit.
Yeah.
And they call it a day.
I'm glad he didn't do that. Like, he needed to be different.
One that I didn't like was Andrew Garfield. He was wearing, like, a brown suit. I hate that material. Like he always wears... I feel like I've seen him in that outfit 3 times for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe he's never worn that, and I was making it up in my head. But, like, boy, get another outfit or something.
Boy, get another outfit. Do you think he's an outfit repeater?
I am. I don't blame him.
Oh, my God. Are you going to talk about her?
I have quite a few people to talk about. Why don't you talk about
Rachel Sennett. I loved her dress.
You mean Fatima?
That's Rachel Sennett.
You don't know that? Do you know that?
Oh, do I know Fatima?
Fatima?
Wait, from what?
Boy, everyone calls Rachel Sennett Fatima.
Why?
You don't get it.
No, explain, please.
You guys don't know this?
No,
what?
Please explain it.
How do you not? No, there's nothing to explain.
Oh.
You don't get it.
What?
I
feel betrayed right now.
I don't like her hair. I don't like how the bob like curls in. I don't know.
I don't know. I just really liked the jewels because I felt like it was kind of giving like classy prom dress.
No, she's like, that's the thing where it's like face card, like.
Oh my God, no, yeah.
I
that
just
face
love
card's
her.
Never being declined, ever.
I'm not
ever.
like, even if she's wearing the ugliest dress, I would kind of be like, okay.
Right. No, she was on my honorable mentions list. But did you see Chicken Shop Date's dress?
Yes.
No, I loved it. Oh my God.
She looked really good.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous. That color looked so good on her.
Did you see the like cutouts too?
Yes. No, she looked so good.
So those are my top 3. Monica Barbaro, Halle Berry, and Chicken Shop Date.
Okay.
But not in any specific order. I think Monica's was my favorite, but
I do have 2.
And she got robbed.
What for what?
For Best Supporting Actress.
In what
Zoe
movie?
Saldana. Did you see Amelia Perez?
No.
Okay, because my roommates watched it because they were like hearing that it was a horrible movie and it had won all these awards already. They were like, let's just give it a chance. And it's a Netflix movie. It's like the worst movie ever.
I don't like how. Then how is it good? I don't.
No, exactly. That's like
it.
who in the academy? Like who is in on this?
The academy. Okay, I really like when done well, women wearing suits.
Yeah.
Lisa, from Blackpink, and I think she's like her own individual artist now.
Yeah.
I loved her. She was wearing like a very long suit jacket, coat. She looked really good. The hair looked really good.
She always looks good. Have you been watching The White Lotus?
No, I don't. Rachel Zegler, I don't like her, but her Dior dress was absolutely
and I think people were giving her hate for that, but she looked so good. Like I like the corset.
Like that dress is.
It looks
like
you know. I know. I always like when I was little. Like I always was so excited to go to like prom because I just wanted to wear like a nice, fancy dress. And both years, I went very like over the top with the dress, and I have no regrets at all because I was just like,
insert a
this
picture.
is awesome for me. Yeah, inserting a picture here. And Darby was always very like elegant, and I was always like jewels, sparkles, look at me. But I have no regrets because I really liked that.
This dress actually reminds me of your one prom dress, Lily Rose.
Oh my God,
Depp.
yeah.
I actually like both of her outfits.
Wait, show me her other one.
You looked
Fair?
it up, yeah, for the Vanity Fair party. Katie
really
didn't like
don't.
it, but I actually really liked it.
It's just kind of giving like toddler. Like I feel like that's something you'd put your baby in when you go to the beach or something. I don't know.
It could be just face card.
And you know what? And the slick back too. She does always serve. I'm not gonna lie here.
I like it.
What did you think about Demi Moore? Because I really liked hers.
I think I
with the like drape.
Didn't like
draping her. Over the hips was kind of odd, but I loved. No,
is it this one?
No, this one.
Oh, yeah. I don't like that for some reason. I really don't like. I don't know if it's like beaded, but like beaded looking dresses or something like that looks like
I
hard
love beading.
and like I don't know. I don't like it. And I feel like the bracelet and the earrings are too much.
I was going to say the earring and the bracelet are definitely too much, but other than that. Okay, wait.
Oh, this is my third favorite. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Me either. Who is that?
Enokiai. She's that was probably really bad. She's a model.
Ooh.
Gorgeous.
Mermaid. Love a mermaid.
That and I love the boa. Like I don't that feels so like award show to me.
High fashion.
I love it. Is that even a boa? I don't know. But
I think it is.
She just like is literally glowing. And another suit. I weirdly liked Brandi Carlisle's suit.
You know whose suit I liked? It was really boring though, so I don't think you'd like it. Sebastian Stan. I just liked his bow tie.
Was it like brownish?
I don't know. Let me see. It was literally nothing. I just think he looked good. And the brooch.
Face.
I like Joe Alwyn's brooch too, I will say. If we have to be
I can't believe he was there.
If we have to be rating these by black suit, I do think Joe Alwyn was up there with his cute little brooch.
Okay, Kelly Ripa looked really good.
Yes, I was going to say that too.
I don't like her either.
And she was giving a different vibe than everyone else.
No, like I love the hair with it.
She looks so young.
She just looks so good.
I'm like, is she a zombie or a vampire? That's what I meant.
She
is that her?
Children's blood.
Because I really
this
don't.
Is her. You don't like it?
No.
I don't really like the necklace
well.
with the belt. I feel like the necklace and the belt is too much. Do one or the other.
Yeah.
I love her hair down.
She looks different to
me.
Looks
really
without
good.
her sunglasses.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, but again, it could be a face card. That was
so
a bad one.
Do you want to get into the ones you like didn't like, or is there any specific ones you like really didn't like?
Hate any of them.
Did
a lot of them were like,
Goldberg's?
It's fine. Maybe.
Please look it up. It was so atrocious.
Yes, I did see that. This is the one that's like the fabric is so weird. Is it hard or is it?
It's definitely hard.
And I just feel like it's so unflattering for her. Why would they do her like that?
No, that's exactly how I feel. Like that is not your silhouette.
No.
but maybe there's something that I'm not picking up on here.
Get a new stylist.
Did you see Emma Stone's? Because I think they did her
Yes.
so dirty. She is literally, I think Emma Stone is like one of the most talented and beautiful actors of our time. And she looked like someone had just like poured water on her or something. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's not that she didn't look good. It's just the dress was like flat. Like there was no life to it.
I do think that like, because she's so pale, that like color doesn't look great with her skin tone or something.
Yeah. No, yeah. I do like I like that it's like scaly. I think that's cool. But I feel like it has no shape on her. It looks like
Marilyn Monroe's dress.
Yeah. I don't know. But she's still like one of my favorites.
Chicken Shop Date. What's her name? Amelia.
She's good. That's my dream job, to be Chicken Shop Date, for real.
Like interview people?
Yeah. Oh. But like in the style of Chicken Shop Date.
We could do that. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay, who else did you hate?
Mindy Kaling.
Hate is a strong word. Wait, do you think her children's father is
BJ Novak?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that theory, but
you haven't?
Maybe
because she doesn't show her children on the internet, like their faces, and everyone's like, it's definitely him.
Maybe I should be kinder, because it was a cool dress. Okay, I didn't hate it. I thought it was weird. I
think she looks good. I don't like high neck things in general.
Yeah, I don't
especially
like
with like
that
no
it goes
sleeves or something like.
I know. I thought that was not the best.
Face looks good.
Face card never declined.
I love what's her the Mindy Project.
Me too.
I love
oh my
that
gosh,
show.
I love the Mindy Project.
It's an underrated show. She makes good shows.
She does. Have you seen The Sex Life of College
Yes,
Girls?
I was gonna say Pauline Chalamet looked really good too. Dude, like it was kind of boring, but she looked good.
No, I know, and she looked. They made her look
gorgeous.
so bad in the first season of that show.
I know.
How far into it are you?
I watched all of it.
Oh, okay. I'm only on season 2, but her glow up from season 1 to season 2 was crazy. They did her dirty.
I feel like she just lost weight.
No, she didn't lose weight. She had a side part, and they were putting clips in her hair. She looked like she was 12.
She was pregnant in the last like few episodes of the newest season.
Wait, did they work that into
No,
the
I just mean no.
Oh, okay.
I just mean in real life she was pregnant, and it was so obvious they were trying to hide it. I was like,
oh, that's funny,
girl. I just love her. She's just like so cute, and I love her brother.
I know, I love her brother too.
So,
two actors that also happen to be siblings.
This is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have something I would like to share.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
Something that I just thought about. I already told you this.
Okay.
I can't remember what year this happened.
Oh no.
But when the Zika virus was a really big thing. That was a big deal for a little while. Okay, like 2014. Yeah. I was terrified, you guys. Living
hand to God, she was terrified.
Illinois, I, as a child, was terrified of the Zika virus.
The fear-mongering had worked. Like
it was like, wasn't it like only pregnant women were getting really sick? So. And I, for some reason, and in Florida too, and for some reason, I was terrified. I saw every single mosquito I saw, I was like,
wow.
And ticks.
I remember seeing
Lyme disease.
Okay, but you know what? I actually had a tick on me once.
I know
and it was
you
terrifying.
did. Like Lyme disease can be really bad.
Oh, girl, I know. My babysitter's dog had Lyme disease.
Well, I mean, like for people.
Well, yeah, I know. It's sad.
I mean, it's sad if a dog is. But
I cannot tell you how terrified I was at 12 years old when I was at camp in like the middle of the woods, and then I came home, and I had literally been home for a week, and I found a tick on my back, and I was like, life's over. Life's over.
How did you find that?
I'm gonna die. I think I was just scratching my back one day, and I was just like,
wow.
Wait, what is that?
Good thing you found it.
Because I have a mole on my back too, and I think I just thought it was the mole, and it wasn't.
Good thing you found it. Didn't your dad like burn it off or something?
No, we went to the urgent care. Oh. I'm telling you guys, the urgent care closest to my home has seen too many weird instances from me.
You're right.
Should I share my kind of embarrassing adult story?
I don't think so, but if you want to, you can.
No, I'll share it. So not only has the urgent care nearest to me seen... Actually, I have a couple different stories. first of all, they had to get the tick off me, and I was probably sobbing, and I thought I was going to die. Then a few years later, I show up, and my boss at my job thought I was lying about having pink eye. So he made me go to urgent care and, like, get a letter from them that once I was over it that said, like, she's cleared to come back to work. And then I quit because I was like, why would you insinuate that I would lie about that? So, and then the third time I was there, woke up one morning, and I thought I had a ringworm. Come to find out, I did not have ringworm. It was a condition called pityriasis rosea. And it's like when your body just like your stomach like breaks out in like little patches. But when I say I was terrified that I had contracted ringworm at the ripe age of 19 years old, I was terrified. I was like, what do you even do in this situation? The only person I knew who ever had ringworm was this girl in elementary school, and it was because she used to play and tumble on her brother's wrestling mats.
Ooh. Well, I was worried for different reasons when Katie told me this. I was worried because she had just been to a huge party. With a bunch of people, and she was wearing a tank top, arms out, skin out, touching other people's skin. And I had seen her a few days before.
It was terrifying for everybody involved. And I had literally slept in my friend's like bed. Oh my God. And I thought I had ringworm, and I was just like,
that would have been so bad.
I woke up the next day and I had to text them and be like, hey guys, I just want to let everybody know I think I might have ringworm. And they were like, girl, and they were all being so like trying to be so nice about it. And then when I said don't worry, I don't have it, they were all like, oh thank God, like I would have had a hard time dealing with that, we wouldn't have talked to you. No, they didn't say that.
That's like when, I don't know if this is a relatable experience for everyone, but this, I feel like maybe when like you woke up and you had lice, and then your mom had to like call everyone that you had a sleepover with the night before's mom and be like, my daughter has lice.
That happened to you kids multiple for lice. Times?
I had lice quite a few times. I don't know where I got it from. Not recently, but like as a child, like I don't know how
Disclaimer.
I got it, but I think I had it 3 times. And let me tell you, have you ever smelled that shampoo,
Horse's mane or whatever,
that anti-lice shampoo?
No, because I never had lice.
That is the worst smell in the world. And
I'm sure you still have PTSD
your
from
eyes, and my mom made me use it for months after to make sure I didn't get it again. Getting lice was
I actually
so
remember
bad.
That's crazy.
And I remember being like,
that little
can I please stay home from school? And she was like, no, we're putting your hair in a braid.
What?
Well, after the lice was out.
Oh, okay. I was like,
girl, not with the lice in.
Okay, good. How do you even get lice like out?
You have to like literally go to a place and they comb it out of your hair.
God, that's terrifying.
With a super fine tooth
I'm not
comb.
having children because I can't deal with that. Another thing is like, if my kids were like throwing up everywhere, I don't know that I'd be able to deal with it.
No, I
think I'd
know.
Have to be like, honey, deal with it yourself, okay?
I do feel like college has kind of like desensitized me to other people throwing up.
Only a little bit for me.
And just throw up in general. So I do think I've gotten better with that.
I think you have. I haven't,
it's hard. That is a hard thing to...
For sure. No, I remember when I was a kid, like, if I ever got sick in the middle of the night, like, I was always waking up my parents. Like, I was not going to fight that out myself. And I remember being like, Mom, I can't go through this.
Mom, I threw up.
No, it was always, Mom, I'm going to throw up. Ew, I can't even think about this right now. I'm sorry.
Well, when
I haven't thrown up since I was 13, so it's really hard for me to talk about this. Yeah.
Is that not crazy? When's the last time you threw up?
2 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay. No, I think that's crazy, Katie, actually. That's crazy you haven't thrown up in a long time. 7 years?
It's so traumatizing for me now. I
wow.
can't even think
How do you... In the past, like, 2 years, I've thrown up, like, a lot. Like, there's been a few times where I've just thrown up for no reason, kind of.
See, that stresses me out.
I don't know.
I can't tell you... Some of the worst mornings of my life have been when I woke up in a friend's apartment in the city and felt like I was going to throw up and I had to trek home. Oh my God, that is the worst feeling in the world.
Throwing up makes it, you just feel better like immediately.
But in my head, that's not how it works for me.
Okay. Like I would rather throw up and not be nauseous all day than be nauseous all day and being like, don't throw up. Because I have talked myself out of throwing up before, and it is not fun.
No, see, because I talk myself out of throwing up every single time, and then I'm fine.
Oh my God, babe.
I don't know. Listen, I think I need to go to therapy or something for it because I need to get over it. I have.
It's not
emetophobia or whatever
that big of a deal, but
no, it is though to me because the thought.
You need exposure therapy.
I do. It's kind of nasty for me to think about.
Wow. That's a pretty big accomplishment.
I know.
Because most of the time I can't control it. It just happens.
I just like do breathing and it like works.
I'm like, I know I'm going to throw up in a few hours. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
I have that feeling. It's like, I know I'm going to.
Oh God. I just hate it.
I've never made myself throw up.
I do think that's like the worst feeling in the world.
That's definitely one of the worst feelings in the world. Probably like giving birth is worse, but and maybe like dying of a heart attack.
That's like the worst,
right? But it's up there.
Thank you.
It's maybe like number 10 or something.
Yeah,
that's a pretty bad feeling. I
think it's because when I was a kid, I would get. Like, I never just threw up randomly because I never was just like, oh, I ran too much or something. It was always like, no, you have the flu and you're throwing up every 20 minutes for 7 hours. Like, I was always that sickness for me. Yeah. Like, it was never just like, yeah, I threw up in the middle of the class.
No, kids did that too often.
That was not me.
That happened a lot in elementary school.
I saw this TikTok the other day that was like, guys, you know how whenever you like threw up in class, your teacher was like, don't worry, no one's ever going to remember this. That is the biggest lie ever. I remember every single kid who threw up in the middle of the class 10 years later. Like,
I don't know if you remember this, but I was the kid in elementary school that like, I just hated school and I wanted to
And your mom would never let you stay home.
I wanted to be with my mom.
Yeah.
I was like so attached to her. And so I could not tell you how many days it was that I went down to the nurse and I was like, I don't feel good. And to be honest, I didn't. But it was just like...
It's called anxiety.
Yeah. Like, I was like, my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
Like, my head hurts. And she would be like, okay.
Those nurses were the worst.
Do you want me to call your mom? And I was like,
Would you call her and beg her to come get you?
No, yeah. And she would be like, you're fine. I'm at work.
Wow. See, I was
fine. I was just...
Yeah.
I'm not joking, Katie. The amount of times that I went to the nurse's office
That's crazy. I don't
during
feel like I knew
our 5 years of elementary school was insane and like not good. Like that, I should have been in therapy just for that.
Probably, yeah.
For like wanting to be with my mom 24/7.
See, I feel like I had the opposite thing happen to me because whenever I was in elementary school and I didn't feel good and wanted to go home, it was like I would go to the nurse's office and like pray to God that I had like played the role well enough that they would offer to be like, oh, well, do you want to call your mom or your dad? Right. But I swear I never did a good enough job because it was like 1 out of every like 10 times they'd be like, all right, well, yeah, let's call your mom.
Because that was like the last resort. They would be like, all right, I'll give you an ice pack. Do you want some applesauce?
Literally. And then in middle school, it kind of got to the point where it was like, well, you have your phone or like you can call them. Like they kind of lessened up on that. But then in high school, it was like, if you just wanted to leave, literally just like text your mom and be like, call me out. And if she loved you.
Well, the crazy thing about that is I went from like going to the nurse's office. The crazy thing about that is that I went from going to the I went from going to the nurse's office so often in elementary school to middle school. I was probably in the nurse's office twice in the 3 years.
Your, like, government name.
In the 3 years, I was like... And then I got to the point where I was actually sick sometimes and I would not want to go to the nurse's office. And I was like, I'm fine. Let me just wait till I go home.
Yeah. In high school, it was like, oh, what's the point? Like, I couldn't even tell you where the nurse's office was in high school.
I did a few times, like, say I had period cramps to go because they would just make you, like, they would just let you lay down in the back room for, like, an hour.
I'm telling you.
It was,
okay, I remember
across,
now. Yeah. You lied, or was it true?
It was to get out of gym.
But, like, did you actually
have
lied. Them? Oh, my God. And this is why women are all liars, and we should never trust them.
But they... in the dark for an hour, and sometimes I heard like the nurses gossip and stuff.
Wow. See, I remember in high school, like, this is unrelated, but there was a couple times where A, I either forgot my gym clothes, or B, I just didn't, I was like, because I had gym first period at least 3 times in high school and it was horrible. And like, I would kind of purposefully show up late, but late enough where they couldn't say, go get your clothes on.
Yes.
They had already locked the locker room door. So you weren't going to be able to get in. So it was just like, yeah, I can sit here with my backpack and my normal clothes on. This is awesome.
The worst part was that you lost points if you didn't wear your uniform. What?
And I cannot tell you how many times in high school once I figured out that they would let you wear your sweatshirt or like sweatpants over your gym uniform, I was like, okay, this is awesome, because like who wants to wear their gym uniform? And then I got so like accustomed to like wearing a sweatshirt every day, and my teachers would like grill me for not having my shirt on under it, and they'd be like, show me your shirt, show me your shirt, and I was just like, can we have some kindness in this world? Like,
the gym uniforms were the ugliest, most unflattering thing I'd ever put on my body. The shorts were terrible.
I will say though, there was
so bad.
There was many times in high school where I don't know why I always had gym first period or eighth period.
Yeah,
and I remember when I had it eighth period, I would just stay in my gym clothes and like put my coat on, leave, and then like go to the gym, work out in my gym clothes, because I was like, I'm not changing.
I remember you doing that.
Sometimes I would show up to the gym in my like high school PE uniform, and I did not feel ashamed about it, because I was just like, y'all, the laundry, like, this is just economical for me. Like, yeah.
High school is so interesting.
I don't know if I'd say that, but...
What would you say?
Well, I mean, what are we talking about
High school was so what?
So high school. I do think it was interesting, because it's always like that kind of thing where you think you're older than you really are.
Oh, yeah. No, always. It's like, I remember looking back and being like in 7th grade, and I'm like, you were literally a child, and you thought you were like old.
But 7th grade is like the year that your life always changes. Like, I don't think, I mean, it's definitely like around
in a bad way.
No, I mean, it's usually in a bad way. I think 7th grade was the worst year. Like,
it was the worst year of my life.
Yeah, without a doubt. But yeah, glad we could bond over that. I remember having to go down to the guidance counselor's office once a week in middle school, and every single time that he would call my teacher, like, he'd be like, send Katie down here. Like, that's when my anxiety first formed. My stomach, like, I literally was like, oh, I'm gonna vomit. Like, I was so scared every time the phone rang that, like, I had to go down and talk to the guidance counselor.
That guidance counselor was the best, though.
He was.
He was so nice.
No, I loved him. He was perfect. I took a picture with him at 8th grade graduation, because I was like, he's my homie.
He, like, looked like a cartoon character.
He did, yeah. Crazy. I will say, though, like, I do think that the worst year of, like, most, like, times of your life, K through 12, is going to be 7th grade. But other than that, you come in middle school, 6th grade, and it's kind of a whole new world. And even if it's bad, it's so different from elementary school that you enjoy it. And then 8th grade, you're so close to high school that you almost feel you're like the top dog in a sense.
Yeah.
Other than 7th grade being the worst year of your life, it's not that bad, you know?
I think 7th grade, 2025, worst years of my life. What year was 7th grade?
2017.
Yeah. I always loved that our grades coincided with the last number of the year. I always loved that. Nice. It's so nice when I'm trying to reminisce about things. And I'm like, what year was that?
What year was that?
What grade was that in?
I will say I really miss, personally, I think that our 8th grade and freshman year happening in like the 2018, 19, 2020, that was like the best time. One of the best times of like teenagehood was being in high school in 2019.
I agree. COVID changed us.
Peak. Really, it did.
Before it, we were
so different.
We're just children.
No, yeah, we matured.
Wow, COVID was almost 5 years ago. March 15th?
March 13th was 13th? Like the day that everything shut down.
5
oh my God.
years.
That makes me feel so old.
Crazy, actually.
I will say though, even though quarantine was obviously horrible for many ways, I do think it kind of healed a lot of people in like being alone with yourself. Like, I don't know.
For a year?
Okay, maybe not for a year, but
no one was home. I mean, most people were not by themselves.
No, but I just feel like, I rarely saw you. Like, it was always just like I had to find something to entertain myself with. And I did. I loved going like outside. That was the weirdest thing ever. I feel like I reconnected with nature in 2020. Well,
that was like, my mom was like, you and Katie can hang out if you guys are outside.
That's true.
Because then
I guess we were outside a lot.
Virus contamination can't get to ya.
That was, I remember if we ever drove somewhere, your mom would be like, roll down all the windows in the sunroof.
Yeah. And she would wipe down all the groceries when she came back from the grocery store. God.
That was a crazy time to be alive.
It was, especially like when it first happened.
Yeah. Oh my God. I remember my mom went to the store like 4 days a week purely because she was bored.
Needed to get out of the house. Yeah, my mom went to the grocery store a lot. Quarantine was... I still can't believe it happened almost.
No, me either.
You know what I mean? It almost feels like it didn't happen.
I agree.
I almost feel like I can block that out.
No, I completely agree. I think if I hadn't like had the internet to like gauge my life, I would have just forgotten about all of it by now.
I made a lot of TikToks.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
In quarantine.
I know gonna be with Zoefish.
Right?
Yeah.
I made a lot. We were looking at them.
That era, like Haley Pham era, like Charlie and Dixie, Addie Ray era, Hype House era.
Charlie D'Amelio first starting out
when she was 15. Yeah, I remember being like, this girl's only 15.
And everyone was like,
oh.
Like, people hated her.
It was Charlie D'Amelio or Alex Graham or Alex French. And then Alex French dropped off the face of the earth. And it was like, girl, this other girl has 50K or 50 million followers. Like,
That's crazy. You know what I was thinking recently?
What?
I feel like almost everyone I see now on TikTok has millions of followers. Do you remember when it was like crazy to have 1 million followers?
Oh, yeah. On anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now everyone has millions of followers. Now
1 million followers doesn't mean anything.
Like, how is that? That's insane.
Wait, how many followers does Slushy Noobs have? Are they still underground?
No.
Dang it.
TikTok has gotten to them.
I would not have watched them if they were still just doing gaming videos.
Birthday.
I know. 2 brothers, and 2 Claire souls. 344K.
The thing that's crazy is that, like, you can make so much money with, like, 200,000 followers on TikTok. Yeah. But, like, when you get to the crazy status, it's like you're, like, in a different world.
For sure.
Like, those... And I remember seeing something that said, like, somebody said the more followers you have, the easier it is for you to get, like, movie roles and stuff. Like, everything is based on followers now.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy.
I mean, I remember when, like, YouTubers used to hit 1 million followers and they would send them, like, the plaques.
Yes.
That was such a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was crazy for people. Yeah. Like, 1 million people is crazy. And the fact that so many people millions of people have millions of followers.
Yeah. But
maybe it is because I grew up in the era of being like, we just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
for sure.
Smash
that like button and subscribe. I remember when I was like younger and I used to watch YouTube videos, I would always just watch on an account that wasn't logged in because I didn't have like an email or anything, and they'd always be like, well, I can subscribe, and I just remember thinking, I can't because I don't have a YouTube account, but I really want to.
I can't win the giveaway.
I can't. Oh my God, the giveaway. And then when I got a phone, the first thing I did was run to Musical.ly and YouTube.
Run,
don't walk.
We ran, and we never left. Walk. And we're still here.
So true.
Social media. I'm like, is social media ruining my brain?
Probably.
Like,
it's ruining your attention
I would
span.
like to see, like, if there's, like, brain scans of, like, I wish, like, I mean, I wouldn't have known, but, like, scan my brain, like, before I got a phone versus now and see, like, the different, how the colors mean stuff.
Yeah, like the MRI or like, fMRI.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, I actually don't. I don't remember what that's called.
Like your brain lighting up the signals.
The receptors.
The receptors.
Do you remember the Stanford prison experiment?
Yes.
I just talked about that yesterday in one of my classes. I'm sorry. Let me just say something, shameless plug here. I'm in a class of 5 people, and whenever I know the answer and somebody else doesn't, it gives me the biggest ego boost ever because I'm like, wow, am I like... Because college will make you feel like you're not learning anything new when you're just in like marketing classes. It's so boring because it's just like...
Especially like the first 2 years because like junior and senior year are really the years where you're actually taking classes that...
You want to do stuff.
Yeah, but like the first 2 years you're taking some classes that have absolutely nothing to do with your major. Because you need to.
No, yeah, and I feel like I'm finally getting to the place where I'm actually taking classes that I really like. And even though... You could argue that being in a 5-person class is like very annoying. Sometimes it is because I always have to know what's going on.
What class is it?
The history of anti-Semitism. It's
women's studies.
Well, I'm also in a women and gender studies class too.
Wow, you're so woke. We need to get woke for being out of America. Minor, I'm telling you. Trump said that last night. He was like, "We need to get woke out of this."
Yeah, he was like, "This country's not woke anymore."
Boy, why are you using the word woke? Okay, boomer. Somebody should have said that. Okay, boomer.
My dad used to be mad when I would say okay, boomer, because he was like, stop it.
Your dad is like the most boomer ever.
I know. And then like my grandma's name is Karen, and she would always be like, I wish my name wasn't Karen. People make fun of it too much.
She is the most un-Karen Karen.
Yes. And I fully believe that.
Do you remember the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory?
The fire? Of course. Yeah. Of course. Why would you even ask me that? How could I forget?
I don't know why I think of that so much.
No, because I had really weird niche interests as a kid, so I couldn't help it.
No, Katie always loved history stuff.
Yeah.
And like sometimes she'll say something and I'll be like, what? She'll be like, you don't know that? Or you don't know what year that was? And I'm like, girl, you're not normal. You just know crazy facts. Like,
wow, thanks for saying that about me.
I have to remind myself, I'm like, Darby, you're not stupid. It's just that she knows weird, crazy things.
Wow, I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel that way. It's not my intention. It's just because my family is not like, we don't have like much going for ourselves other than the fact that we like read books and watch like weird historical movies. Like that's how my family bonds, by like reading the same historical books.
Does your mom read
movies.
Books?
Yeah, she does now.
Really?
She's turned over a new leaf in this year. Pat does not read books anymore, but oh my God, wonderful shout out to my brother. He texted me today and said he's doing a project on Joan Baez for his history of rock and roll class. And I said, I'm so proud of you. So proud sister moment there. But yeah, and you know what? Are we even going to get a job after this? Like, is it worth it?
Right.
Like, this is my job.
That's a great question. That's a great question. I told my mom, I was like, it's really hard to get a job nowadays. And she's like, what are you talking about? How do you know that?
No, it is, though.
She like thought I was lying or something.
Are you serious?
I'm like, girl, this is just like the economy.
My grandma calls me every single day and says,
oh my God,
please be a teacher, Katie. So I'm sorry, More. I really apologize.
I mean, if we do need that to fall back on, it's not that hard to get a teaching degree after we have a journalism.
I think we should just become realtors. Backup plan.
I'm not cut out for that.
Really?
For real. I'm really not cut out for that.
All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. It was lovely to speak to you.
Smash that like button. Comment your favorite fruit for a Tesla giveaway at 1 million subscribers.
We should say, if you watch this far in the video, comment a vomit emoji. Or maybe like a unicorn or something.
Like something better than that.
Okay,
like
sorry.
A heart
it does exist. Okay, something. Comment a heart if you watched this long into the video, guys. Okay, bye.
Bye, love you, bye.